built as it was in 1970 when we took our area over. This is Cool Farmhouse and a cottage across, looking across the way. It was, as you can see, August or September time. There are the derelict buildings on the land we took over. That one. And all around the house in great disrepair. Further on are derelict buildings and the back of the house all in very untidy. And there's the building still there that was repaired. To the right are buildings that were dismantled. Another building, and a control tower that's still there. And our building, a good view of our building as it was then. In the back of the house, buildings that we took down. More buildings that were taken down. And the one that was repaired up and is still there. The house as it was. The house, as you can see, in great disrepair. The porch was taken away and the doorway. And this is again looking across the airfield. Again the house, the back of the house this is. The garden, all grown up. It hadn't been lived in for some time. There are the buildings again that were taken down. Starting renovation on the house about Christmas time, 1970. This is loading up the hardcore that was taken off the area. And part of the old runways that were taken up at the same time. Working on the house during 1971. Building at the back. And this is the back door and the doorway to the boiler for the central heating. That's the garage area. Waiting for the double glazing units to come. Loading out core again from the runways. A runway there and work on the house again, the garage actually. Plastering the front of the house. They're about finished as we left it. There's a building going down that was on the land. And the control tower that's still there. Our build, no, there's an old building there that went. Still demolishing buildings. Then the house again, the garage at the back of the house. And the front door, which is round the back. There's There's a chimney for the boiler, central heating boiler in behind that door, and the back door there. There's the land, fairly clear of old buildings, the building that remains, and this is today the south end, a new approach onto the airfield development. This end of it was a private development from the early 1960s. This road has been put in this last 2 years. Now we're approaching the area of School Farmhouse again on the right. That's it. There's one entrance to their property, another entrance where the horse box is, and a third entrance just beyond the house. And this is our piece of land with the old building, and the control tower's still there. And then there's the entrance to Barker's Transport on the right, their container base. And this is the new road going across to the north end of the airfield. This road being put in during the last 2 years. And recent development on this north end. This development started in the late 1960s after the military had finished with the area. It was mainly a council-run development, some of it private though. And showing workshops and storage places. This is the entrance, the north end entrance from Higgins Lane, looking across to Crabtree Lane and back onto the development. Small workshops on the left there. There's a mixture of small places and big places. Storage, a lot of storage places. This is back onto the main road, new road that goes across the airfield. And we're again approaching the Barker's transport area on the left. The roadway there to Barker's, and then the control tower still there, and then our piece of land with the derelict building on the left, and the gateway inn that's been there for many years. And approaching school farmhouse and the runoff from the road, number 1 to the garage, number 2 to the horse box, and number 3 to the field. And then that is a road that's always been there and looks like it's been improved. Straight ahead was the old road in, and this is the new length with a new entrance onto what they call Pippin Street, near the A59, using a roundabout at the end of here. Right is to Southport and left is up to the A59, the Ormskirk-Preston Road. This is the entrance we went down in the very beginning to the airfield.